Going to discuss about variables. So variables in next slide. A variable is a name given to memory location. It is basic unit of storage in program. The value stored in variable can be changed during program execution. So a variable is only name given to a memory allocation. All the operation done on variable affect that memory location. In C++, all variable must be declared before use. So in case of C programming, we are using the variables. We are declaring the variables and then we are going to use. But in case of C++, we have to declare it before we have to use it. So now scope of variable. A scope is a region of the program, and broadly speaking, there are three places where variable can be declared. Inside a function, or a block which is called local variable, in the definition of function parameters which is formal parameters, and outside all the function which is called global variables. Now we will learn what is a function and its parameter in subsequent chapters. Let us explain the local and global variables here. So a function is a subprogram which is meant to perform some specific or well-defined task. Now here you can see in this code int global, that is a global variable, and then we have main, and then we have to declare the local variables, and then inside that function, if we are saying then the variables becomes the very local variables. Inside the main, the variables are local variables, and inside the function, inside the main, those variables are the very local variables. Now see, in this program we have int g, that is a global variable which is declared outside the main. So we can use this g anywhere in the program. But a and b are the local variables because they are declared inside the main. So we can use a and b only in main. Now how to initialize the local and global variables? We have different data types. So like data types are the representation of the memory. So like integer, we have to declare integer, character, float, double, pointer, all these. So we initialize the integer by 0, character by null character /0, float, double or 0, and pointer as null if we want to declare initialize these pointers and these variables. Now this is the first question that we have in our slide. There is a new data type which can take as value natural number between 0 and 25. How many minimum bits are required to store this data type? So from 0 to 25. So for 25 we have at least 5 bits required. For 0 only 1 bit is required, but for 25 we required 5 bits. Why? Because 25 is represented as binary 1 1 0 0 1. So that means 16 plus 8 is 24 and plus 1 is 25. So there are 5 bits minimum which are required for this. So the answer would be 5. The next question, a data type is stored as a 6-bit signed integer. So 6-bit signed integer means all positive and negative both. For 6-bit we have 64. When we divide 64 into signed and unsigned, the range becomes minus 32 to plus 31, because 0 is in category of positive. So 32 both become 64. So which one is not represented here? 32 plus 32 is not represented because the range is up to plus 31 only. So the answer would be third. And next, Rajini wants to create a data type for a number of books in her bookcase. Her shelf can accommodate maximum 75 books. She allocates 7 bits. So we have 7 bits. So when we raise to the power 2 to the 7, that becomes 128. So the range becomes 0 to 127. Later she have 75 books here. So when we minus 127 to 75, that becomes 52. Later she added her bookshelf and she realized that she can use the same data type for storing the number of books in her case. What is the maximum possible capacity? So capacity becomes 52 because 127 minus 75 becomes 52. So the option 1 is correct. Next, a new language has 15 possible letters, 8 different kind of punctuation marks and a blank character. Rahul want to create two data types. The first one which could store the letters. So we have 8 and 1 character. So for 8 we need 4 bits, and for one character we need at least 5 bits, because 5 bits means 32. So the characters like at the rate, hash, dollar, all these can accommodate here. So a second character would be stored in a character. So number of bits required to store these two data types. So for first data type, that is number, 8. So 8 is represented at 1000. That becomes 8. So total 4 bits are required for punctuation and punctuation marks, and one character, that is 5 bits. So the answer becomes 4 and 5. So next question is, a character in a new programming language is stored in 2 bits. A string is represented a character of array. So a word is stored as a string. Each byte in the memory has an address. The word Mahatma Gandhi. So the starting address is 456. So we have to the letter D will be at which memory location. So we have to find the D at which memory location. When we start from Mahatma Gandhi up to D, so that becomes the position of D is at 11. So but every bit is required 2 bytes. So every character requires can be stored after 2 bytes. So 456 plus 2, that becomes M, and then 4 plus 2 then becomes A, then plus 2 and up to how many? 11. So 11 into 2 is 22. So 456 plus 22, that becomes 478. So the answer becomes 478. Next is, Shruti is making a questionnaire of true false questions. So true and false, we know that it is either 0 or 1, that becomes a boolean. So she wants to define a data type which store candidate. What is the most suitable data type? So boolean is the data type for true and false. Next we have what will be the output of the pseudo code. We have integer 456, b, c, d is equal to 10. So b is equal to a by d. So since it's an integer, 456 divided by 10, that is 45. Now c becomes 456 minus 45. So that becomes 411. So print C, the value of C becomes 411. Now next question is, what is the output of the following pseudo code? We have A is equal to 984, B, C, D is equal to 10. So remainder of A and D. So 984 divided by 10, the remainder becomes 4. So the first value becomes 4, and then A is equal to A by D. The new value of A becomes 984 divided by 10, that is 98. So the remainder of 98 to the 10 is 8. So the answer becomes 4 and 8, option 1. Next question is, Smriti want to make a program to print the sum of square of first 5 whole numbers. She write the following program. So integer I is equal to 0, sum is equal to 0, while I is less than 5. Sum is equal to I into I plus 1. So she want to print the sum of square of first 5 numbers. So sum of square is not sum is equal to I into I. So that becomes the problem. So the problem is in this statement number 4, sum is equal to I into I. So the option 3 is correct. Now let us have the program what will be the output of the following loop. So when we run the loop, anything inside the loop can run as many times as it want until it is not finished. So we have while loop, while printf %d, printf az, printf by. So az and by would be printed as many times as the loop is not finished. So the answer would be az, by, az, by, az, by, and so on. So the answer would be 3. C answer is correct. Now next is what will be the output of the code. We have cout fundamental data types like cout character, size of character, that is 1, size of short integer, that is 2, size of integer 4, long integer 4, and all this size of floats and all. Now if in order to check the upper and lower limit of integer, so we have this code. The maximum limit of integer data type is, so because integer is of 4 byte, so that means 32 bits, so 2 raised to power 32 So the range becomes 0 to 2 raised to power 32 minus 1. So that is the range. So divided by 2, so then it from minus to plus. So this is how we can check out the range. Maximum limit is int max, int min is the minimum limit, u int max is the unsigned integer maximum limit. Similarly, and this is the code for that. Now let us have this code here. See out check overflow and underflow condition of arithmetic operations. So the range becomes, in order to find out the range, we can use this program in order to product multiply the maximum and minimum limits. Okay, so the question here is, which data type is used to represent the absence of parameters? So when there is no parameter, that is void. So answer C would be correct. Identify the user defined data types. So here enumeration, yes, it is a user defined data type. Classes are also user defined data types. So both enumeration and classes, because integer is not the user defined data type, it is predefined data type. So can we typecast void star into void int? Yes, we can typecast it because it is a pointer. So pointer we can typecast pointers. But if there is a casting from void to int, it is not possible. But a void star to void int star, yes, we can. Constant variables can be treated in C++ by using constant is enum, const, hash define. All these are constant variables. We can create all these type constant variables. So all of these above. So what is the syntax of user defined data type? So user defined data type can be defined as a type def existing data type and user name by user. So the first answer would be correct in this case. So what will be the output of the C++ code? Here type def int num is equal to 10, b is equal to 15. So C is equal to a plus b, 15 plus 10 is 25, plus a minus b. So a minus b is 15 minus 10 minus 15, that is minus 5. So 25 minus 5 becomes 20. So the answer would be 8.